My name is Stphanie DuBois. I'm running for Senate District 33, which includes Chaves, Otero, and Lincoln counties. About 20 precincts in Otero, about 10 in Chaves, and about 10 or 11 in Lincoln County. As many of you do know, I've run for office many times in this county, although unsuccessfully. But I do feel at this point in time that running for office is very important. It's a presidential year, and for a long time now, we've not had much of a voice in the Democratic Party in this county. Well, the teabaggers and the Republican Party have said, "We the people." Well, how about we the other people? You know, we want to have a voice here too, and with the war on women, health care, and reproductive rights, I think it's more important than ever that you run for office, and more importantly, that you vote. Get out there and vote. It's a right. I don't believe in photo ID. They say photo ID is used for everything else, like renting a video. Renting a video is not a right. Voting is a right. And I don't think we need to have a picture to prove that we can vote here. It's very important. Voting is very important, and we don't have to stick our finger in purple ink, and we don't have an Uzi outside the voting place to say we shouldn't vote that way. So voting is easy, and it's easier, and I think people should just take advantage of it and go and vote. I'm not for I'm for giving the licenses to undocumented workers to use our roads, and I would rather have them licensed, even if it's a restricted license, where not to be used for voting, and they would have to renew it every year. But at least we would know, and the police would know, that they're licensed and insured, and they're going to be on our roads. So there's all ways to do that. I'm also not for leaving third graders back. I don't think it does them any good. Plus, I've talked to the teachers. If they're not with their chronological age, they tend to drop out of school when they're old enough to do that. So it doesn't. What we need is individual attention to their particular, wherever they're weak, whether it be reading or math or science, wherever they're weak, you bolster that and keep them with their own age group so that they can graduate with their peer group. So there are a lot of things. I think we'd have to look at jobs, education, health care, water. Water's always an issue for the desert, and we haven't had much rain, so it's always a big problem to where it's going to come from and how much we have. I'm also against drilling on the Otero Mesa for the little bit of natural gas that may be out there to fracture that rock and spoil the clean water that's underneath would be a detriment to our community, as I feel. So that's a little bit why I'm running. I'm a small businesswoman. I have my own dog grooming and training in Tularosa. I'm a mediator for magistrate court, which is a volunteer job. I've been doing it for 7 years. I'm also now president of the Red Brick School Restoration Foundation in Tularosa, the restoring of a historic school there in Tularosa. So I'm very proud of that. We put a roof on it and a $3 million project. But anyway, it goes to the heritage of the families that were born and raised there, although I'm not. But it's important to them when they point to the area where that's not a vacant ground and say, my grandmother went to school there. I want to see the school and have it be an integral part of Tularosa that can be used by a multi-purpose use building, and not just a building that just stands there and is not much use to the community. So that's a little bit about me. I've had a lot of jobs. I've worked for a newspaper. I've been a manager of a chamber of commerce in Deming, and I've done a lot of things besides dog grooming. And just always been very involved. I've been in Band Boosters, a junior high band boosters group that we started. So I've always been involved with my community, and I think being a senator is the best way to represent all the people in that community and make sure that they get a fair shake in the Senate, in the House, and on the state level. And don't forget to vote June the 5th, but you can also vote early. The mall will have early voting there at the mall, and at the Inn of the Mountain Gods, they'll be voting there. And I think the ballots, what do you call it, absentee ballot applications, and they'll start mailing those out, the ballots, on May the 8th. So there's many different ways to vote. Everything is real convenient in Tularosa. Excuse me. You'll vote at the where the trustees meet there at the police station, so that you won't have to go to 3 different places to go vote. So very convenient. Vote for Stphanie DuBois, Senate District 33, and I'd appreciate your vote and your consideration, and most importantly, go and vote.